Pop? Is this where they're going to give you $500?
Yep. All I have to do is ride a Mama Bull.
Name?
Tony the Tiger.
What outfit from Tiger?
Sugar Frosted Flakes by Kellogg's out of Battle Creek.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of Sugar Frosted Flakes? Those big crisp flakes of corn with that secret toasted-in sugar frosting? They're great!
Uh-huh. We'll see how great.
Next, Tony the Tiger from Sugar Frosted Flakes riding Bone Crusher, the Brahma Bull.
The Bone Crusher? Brahma? I thought it was Mama!
How'd you stay on, Pop?
I just sang him a Brahma's lullaby, Junior, and promised him some Sugar Frosted Flakes.
They're great.
Shalom, all praise, glory, honor, and fear. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Harakaka, Adash. Honors to you warriors out there still standing strong, in no retreat, no surrender. And we're definitely in the last moments and very, very heavy times, but marvelous. And, what you tend to notice is that, with the devil coming down with great wrath, and it's not just Esau, but also these false prophets, because they're joining hand in hand with Esau. The reason why we can barely keep a channel up is because they want to take us out of the spirit. They don't want our words to be heard. They don't want us to be in the word, because where the word of a king is, there is power, and Yahweh Shai is actually in the midst of us. So they're doing all they can to actually cut us off from being a nation. And the nation that I'm talking about is a nation of kings and priests. And that's why we are born. That's why we are living, to serve the Lord. But on another hand, another thing what the Lord is doing right now is that he's actually closing this thing up. So he's closing the mouths of the prophets, and he's shutting this thing down. So it's not like we don't want to do the work. We're not doing this work of constraint, but willingly. So we actually have a reward. But this place is getting so wicked and adverse that the more work we do, the quicker this place comes to an end. But on another note, how heavy and spiritual it is, when we're not doing the work, or we're not in the word, or so on and so forth, what happens is the elect get actually weak. They get malnourished. They just like if you don't feed someone for a certain period of time, then they get weak. So that's what's happening as well. You seem to see when the spirit isn't like going out and the word isn't really being taught correctly. Brothers might get down. They'll have, one brother will go through something and someone else. It's because we're all one body. We're all one in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens to one of us affects all of us. That's why it's so important for us to have ourselves in order and correcting each other and sharpening things up that needs to be sharpened and corrected, cutting things off, so on and so forth. So it's all about retaining in the spirit and staying in the word, no matter how big the audience may be or how small it may be. So right now, I'm on the backup channel, and only a few really are able to view and watch these videos, but the Lord, that's all the Lord wants. The Lord only wants a few. As it was in the days of Noah, man, they were eating and drinking, giving in marriage in the house of mirth. We're in the house of sorrow, man. We're going through a lot of things. And in the time of Noah, he only saved Noah and his household. That was it. So the Lord, he's only saving the elect in the household of David. That's it. And it's not guys that talk about the kingdom and throne of David. It's actually men that are actually like of David, of beloved of the Lord, actually going through humiliation and hatred and persecution of those that are on high. You see? Sirach 12:6 says, "For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment." So they're being kept for the mighty day of their punishment. All these sinners of our people are going to perish by the sword, and it's starting now, the sword of the spirit. So what's happening is they're being kept. That's why you see elders, I've been this true 20, 30, 40 plus years, when that's not necessarily a good thing to be proud of. But see, guys are proud. They're double honored. And what you see is that the true men of the Lord, they were made perfect in a short time. Yahushua, his ministry, when it really took off, it was only like 3 years, give or take. Men of the Lord, A good life, matter of fact, let me get this. A good life is but a few days. Especially in this kingdom. This kingdom is perverse. This kingdom is evil, man. So it's only because of the graces and mercy and the will of the Lord that we are alive, man. Like the Lord said in Revelation 11, and you know, until their time of their testimony and ministry is fulfilled, then the beast shall destroy you know what I'm saying, shall come and make war with them. So we have a purpose right now. So Sirach 41:13, a good life hath but a few days, but a good name endureth forever. You see? So the point being is that a good life hath but few days, you see? And we have a short time here. But the time to come, the world to come, that was made for what? For few. This world was made for many, you see? And guys that, these elders and shit, that have been this true 20, 40 plus years, they've actually proving that they're actually like, the way they're teaching this word is like they're like drawing this thing on. They're dragging this thing on. And they're not really like bringing these prophecies to pass. They're not really condemning the wicked. They're fiddling and playing with the wicked. You see, they are the wicked. Matter of fact, you had this trending on social media today, the word elder. And it was actually going into like politicians and shit. But it's heavy because when you go into the definition, it says a person who acts in a manipulative and devious way, typically to gain advancement with an organization, right? So a lot of these elders have the spirit of a politician, old, forgetful, having no control over the spirit. See, a person who acts in a manipulative or devious way, typically to gain advancement with an organization. That's why, guys, they exalt their organization. Guys exalt their camp. They don't exalt the Lord and his word. They keep it back from you. You see? And that word manipulative is scheming. It says characterized by unscrupulous control of a situation or person. So when you manipulate something, you deceive it. You see? And that word devious, let me get that word for devious as well. So this truth is all about what? Washing each other's feet, making sure each other is in the spirit. So that word devious is underhand, is showing a skillful use of underhanded tactics to achieve goals. Says longer, that word devious, check this out, of a route or journey, right? Going into longer and less direct than the most straightforward way. So guys ain't in the straight gate, they're in the broad way. So they're being devious in that they're taking the longer way. That's why nothing has really been brought to pass by these wicked men, because they haven't really brought it to a close. The Lord, he's bringing us in to close this thing, close the doors. You see, Acts 23 and verse 14, and they came to the chief priests and elders and said, we have bound ourselves under a great curse, that we will eat nothing until we have slain Paul. You see, so these men, they conspire to kill Paul. Just like now, this conspiracy to kill the true men of the Lord, the true apostles, man, sent by the twos, us. And this is a great curse. That's why guys are teaching in such a great cursed way. Call themselves great, like Tony the Tiger. You know, and it's heavy too, because like with the tiger, with those stripes, they use those stripes to manipulate and deceive you, to blend in with the grass, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Jeremiah 40:10, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, right, in a manipulative, politician type of way. Politicking. It says, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. And that's what guys are doing. They're not trying to spill blood. They're not. See, the Lord said in Hebrews, we have not suffered striving against sin unto blood yet. You see, and in times of war, blood will be shed. So they're actually keeping back their sword from blood, meaning that they're not really going to war, man. So it's a very deceitful, evil time we're in. And You know, if one of us, matter of fact, let me get this precept. If one of us suffer, then we all suffer, man. 1 Corinthians 12:26, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it, or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it. So we affect each other. That's why we have to be very aware of what we're doing with ourselves and what we're going through. You see, because we affect each other, because we are one in the Lord, one spirit, one faith, one baptism, one doctrine, one God. 1 Corinthians 12:25, that there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. And that word schism is a word division, right? And a lot of these guys might come together in a camp or whatever, 10, 20 deep, but there's all kind of schisms and divisions. But amongst us, there should be no schism, no division. It says a split or division between strongly opposed sections or parties caused by differences in opinions or belief, right? So you had a lot of that in the time of Yahushua. You had the Essenes, you had the Pharisees, you had the Sadducees, you had the scribes, you had the elders, you had the zealots, you had so on and so forth. Just like now, you have all these ABC camps, Sicarii, IUCBK, GMS, and there's all kind of schisms. But amongst the true elect, Yahushua, the men of the Lord, the warriors, the house of David, there's no schism, there's no divisions. You see, but we are scattered, but we're in the times of being gathered. So we're that small sanctuary. So Lord, when you was edified, I just want to say a few words on that through the Spirit. You brothers all stay strong and prayed up and in the Spirit and in the Word. Edify one another, comfort one another with these words as they do. And you know, it's the Lord's really bringing this thing to a close. You know, so don't worry about it. Just be grateful and just thankful and keep praising the Lord and keep all that armor on. You know, and keep aware of the times, being circumspect of your surroundings. Shalom, Baba Ball.